Are you tired of all the baloney? Well, you know what you need. Straight talk with Jack Graham. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Now, here is Jack Graham.
Well, welcome back, everybody. It's Jack Graham and another Straight Talk with Jack. Today, we're going to talk about Birth of the Blue. I'm not going to go too much into too much depth on this because it's been done by a number of people here in the on YouTube. I'm going to link one video done by a gentleman down in Australia named Dave Denver, who really nailed the analysis of this record as good as I can do. It's not a whole lot I can add to it, but there's a few things that I do want to just go through again and talk about. Here it is. This is the new recording most of you have seen. It's going to be in most people's top 10 of 24. Way overdue. This is recently reissued by Analog Productions, pressed, of course, at QRP. Really done well. Way overdue for this recording. You know, Kind of Blue's been put out, as you all know, ad nauseum. I'm kind of blued out. I don't think I need any more Kind of Blue. Great record. Formative record, historical record, amazing record. But we've got so many versions. It's going to be hard to top the UHQR, both in 33 and 45 that came out a few years ago. But this music was done, again, if you watch Dave's video, you'll get the whole history of it. It was done prior to Kind of Blue. And again, it was kind of a blowing session, a tune-up session with the quintet before they recorded Kind of Blue. And of course, Miles Davis, Cannonball, Coltrane, Bill Evans, Paul Chambers, and Jimmy Cobb. I think it's the only time really on Kind of Blue in here that Bill Evans and Miles recorded together. But you know, it was an amazing record. So the cuts that are on here, there's four cuts, 4 tunes, 2 on each side. Stella by Starlight, Love for Sale, Fran Dance, originally called Put Your Little Foot Forward or something close to that, if I remember right. This is the blue version. It's done both ways, blue on blue vinyl and on black. I was lucky enough to get one of each, and kind of cool, red, white, and blue. I think it's a great looking cover where they depict the original Columbia label. But yeah, on Green's Alpha Street, Love for Sale, Fran Dance, and Stella. Recorded exceptionally well. And mastered exceptionally well. On the original record that came out with some of these tunes on it was a record called Jazz Track. This is the original mono, Columbia mono. That's the original label. And it was done in conjunction with 10 cuts that Miles recorded for a French movie that I'm not going to try to pronounce because I'll get it wrong. I can't even pronounce Love for Sale, let alone a French movie. But, you know, when this came out, you know, at the time, you know, it really sounded good. But, boy, I listened to this the other night and then listened to the new record. And, boy, this sounds horrible. I mean, it's not that it's... At the time, it sounded really good. It's mono. I listened to it on a mono cartridge, and it was okay. But boy, compared to the new record, it's just doesn't make it. But, you know, 3 of these cuts are on here. Love for Sale is not on here. Just on Green Dolphin Street, put your little foot right, which is Fran Dance, and a little foot right out, and Stella by Starlight. Stella, I think, on this record, is the man. Coltrane, when he comes in after Miles's introduction and chorus, man, it's like a freight train coming through. Coltrane just, what a sound into the mic at the time. But it was done a couple weeks before Kinda Blue. Done really well. It's really cool to look at these original covers. Can you see that from the late '60s? On the back, Columbia celebrates its new greatest collection of new albums ever recorded. Andre Castellanos, Johnny Mathis, Ray Conniff, Julie Holiday, and then some classical stuff. But it's always fun to look at these these old things. But at the time, man, this was good. But boy, I'll tell you what, since the new record came out, I don't think I'll ever listen to that again. But it's nice to have. A few years later, in the 70s, I believe, Columbia reissued Basic Miles with this cover with the road. And on here was Love for Sale, in addition to a number of other standards that were on here that were not on the original jazz track that were recorded at the same time. Devil May Care, standard, Around Midnight, Monk's Tune, Miles Ahead, Miles, Little Melodies, Sweet Sue, and Budo. These recordings for 55, 58, 56, all over the place. It's a compilation. But on here is the Love for Sale. It's on the new record. Sounds great. Looks great. Thank you again, Analog Productions, for putting that out. Way, way, way overdue. And I know you're all going to enjoy that. It is out of print. It'll be back next year. Available, I think, only ongoing, probably on black vinyl. But if you don't have it, you need to get it. It's really good. The other thing I would suggest doing, in addition to listening to the music, is picking up these 2 books if you can find it. This is Ashley Kahn's original book on the making of Kinda Blue. This came out a number of years ago. It's around either on eBay used, might even be still on Amazon new. Information on the music, the players, how they were chosen, the whole history of the record, and why that record is so historically important due to its modal use of modes rather than the straight chord changes. Then there's a book by Oxford on Miles's quintets from 65 to 68. Again, the history of how Miles chose each person, music, recordings, etc. These 2 books are really, really good and will really give you a lot of insight into both Kinda Blue and the making of the Blue. Way overdue. Please listen to Dave's video, Dave Denver's video. I will link it below, and it would be well worth your time to listen to. I can't do any better a review than Dave did, so why try? Thank you, Dave. Anyhow, thank you all for being here, and until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.